Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. Last time we were off in the Nether, where we were getting some gas tiers, which we were using to make safari nets. So I have been using those quite a bit. You saw me start to last time. I was just moving animals about in the animal pen, nothing exciting. Since last time, hello tree, I have continued working in the animal pens here. You can see we've got 4 cows again. We still have a big trench there actually. I have been working over here just past the baby ocelots. You can see that I have dug this is the sheep pen. I've dug it down a level, mainly because the sheep were escaping through this fence somehow, as were the cows. They don't seem to be able to if I do that, and interestingly, that thing seems to be able to actually get them one down. I've also built another 3 even pens. These 3 pens are going to be exactly the same as the 3 pens which are over here. I've just picked up some seeds because I have jumped on that thing. There you go. We are going to be doing what we did with the cows over here. We're just going to be doing it with pigs. Whilst I've been off camera, I have been into some Mistcraft worlds where I have found pigs. So I have got one in my reusable safari net, and I've got another single-use one with a pig in. We're just going to do exactly the same thing. You can see I have got this all set up. I've got a breeder, 2 chronotypers and a grinder. I'm just going to set it up exactly as the last one was. If I can find my crescent hammer. There we go. A pair of chronotypers. If you missed the episode where I was doing this, I have forgotten which way round this is supposed to go. We've got a baby cow. Awesome. That means that stuff... Hello, Ocelot. Side with the diamond on. That means that wheat is going through from that farm. So just basically the way this works is the breeder feeds the pigs with wheat. Is that actually one too close to those sheep? It is, isn't it? Come out you want to be in there. And that means the cable is in the wrong place, doesn't it? Technical difficulties. Bit of mud. And can I just get in there and there? Hello monster, wherever you are. The breeder breeds the adults. The chronotyper sucks babies. If I set this to move babies out the back into this pen, where they grow up, where another chronotyper will suck adults out into this pen, where they get, if I dig through that wall with my shovel, where they get killed by the grinder. Not if it's there, they won't. Where they get killed by the grinder. Easy as that. Things get spat out the back into here. I need to sort this thing out, where it all goes into an ender chest basically. So that is where all the pork will go. Nice and easy. The only thing I really need to do is block up all the holes. Oh, Ocelot. You are only a baby Ocelot, but you are annoying. So there we go, we now have something. I don't have anything to block that up with, so that will have to do. We now have a nice pig store. Now actually, I don't particularly want this working just yet. I'll just spin it sideways. And the reason is I want more than 2 pigs in here, so I'm just going to breed these pigs up until I've got a supply. Pig 1, pig 2. And I need some wheat. I also want to get rid of ocelots, baby. Out you come, mate. There we go. You live a happy and fruitful life as well on top of a tree. There you go. And never come into my castle again, please. Oh dear. I might even be able to get up this one day. There we go. So we have pigs, we just need to feed them. We also need another ocelot. I don't really like killing the ocelot, but sometimes you just really want to. Right. What we need is not a zombie. What we need is a bit of wheat, and there should be an absolute ton of the stuff just down here. There is. I really should be taking some of this up to help get the breeding going. Right, 2 stacks of wheat. I shall take 1. Hello. To feed my pigs. Pigs don't eat wheat, do they? Pigs eat, is it carrots? That is fine. This can go in here. We are sucking this through because I've not told it to go anywhere else yet, which is a pain. I shall sort that off camera. It just needs a filter. Pigs do need carrots, don't they? It's not apples. We will soon find out. Although that does mean we will need a carrot farm to breed these, doesn't it? I will probably alter my big multi-farm to be half carrots and half wheat, if that is the case. It's all very annoying over here. There we go, baby pig. Okay, so why am I wanting to do all of this? Well, what happens is, of course, we are getting these animals through, whereupon they get killed by this grinder. The drops are going straight into this ender chest. But there's another thing this thing produces, and that is this. This is mob essence. Okay, and this stuff is very useful. We've got 4,000 millibuckets, at which point this thing gets full. So what I need now is a way to transport it out. And where I'm going to transport it to, I shall just quickly run down and show you, is down here. Back down in the blaze room, because this is sort of our danger area. Here's the blaze trap. It is still working pretty darned well. We have this little awkward space over here, which I thought would be pretty good for a big tank for this sort of stuff. There are blazes being killed. And if we look down here, actually, we have a tank of liquid XP from open blocks full of XP with the shower. It is getting full. I don't know how many. There's only 2 blaze rods in there at the minute. I have been using them quite a bit because I have been putting ender chests everywhere. So the question is, how do we get liquid down from that grinder down under the ground? Well, we could use a tesseract. That's what we've been using to pump the lava about. But there is another technique, and that other technique comes from ender storage, just like the ender chests. It is called the ender tank. It works just like an ender chest, but for liquids. So I can't think of much better to use. It takes obsidian, blaze rods, wool, and a cauldron. So let's see if we can make up a couple of those. The only thing that we are lacking is a cauldron, which is very easy to make. We will want 2. And hopefully we do have plenty of blaze rods. How many blaze rods are in the system, please? 17, so not tons, but we've got lots of blaze essence arriving. Okay, we have 2 of those tanks. Let's just pop these down. Now you can't interact with these like the chests, but if one fills up, the other one will fill up. So what we need to do is colour them, and since we're moving green mob essence about, I can use the tree dyes, can't I? On these, we will soon find out. I can, so let's just make these all green actually, because I'm moving about mob essence. Perfect. Hello, annoying spider. I'm sure you are trapped somewhere. Right, and dig these up. They are quite difficult to dig up because they are made of obsidian, of course. There we go. Now, I'm not sure if I will actually need liquiducts, or fluiducts as they are called in this version, and I still haven't learnt that. And if I might need those, I might also need the servo motors. I could not think of that word. A couple of pneumatic servos. So let's go and see exactly what happens. Oh, one thing which would be very useful, of course, would be a tank to put them in when I get to the other side. I could use a big railcraft tank, but because that room is an odd shape, I'm thinking of using the open block tanks. So the open block tanks are in here somewhere. It will just take me a second to find it. There it is, glass panes and obsidian. Do I have the, what is it called, tank? Do I have any bits? I have 8 bits, which is quite a bit actually. But I can probably make up a few more. I could have probably just made up a straight 64 actually, because I'm making both of these things fully automatically. I'll make up 64 anyway. There we go. Right, let's go and see if these things auto-eject, and if not, how we can set them up. Nice big tree there. Right. Hello, cows. How are pigs? Pigs... Oh, has Chronotyper... Has Chronotyper done something silly? If it is, I shall be somewhat annoyed. I imagine it has spat it out the side and the poor thing's died or something stupid like that. Hello, sheep. Right, how can we put this tank in without it looking silly poking out the side? Probably coming to the left? I'll have to dig this wall out slightly for a minute. Okay, will that automatically fill up? It will, it automatically ejects. That is very, very handy. So that has completely emptied that and put it into here. So let us quickly fill this back in. I'm quite pleased and surprised that worked. That was where it was, I believe. So from the outside, that doesn't really look too bad actually. I could probably just do that and call it done. And good, we're getting plenty of babies, which means plenty more mob essence. Yep, this thing is working as fast as it can. Right, let us go down here then. Back into the room of great burningness. I might have to turn the sounds down in this. We're still only up to 3. This isn't being very efficient at the minute. Okay, an open block tank. If you remember these were the ones which were awesome, because everything is, and because you can just join them up to make any shape you like. So I shall probably just build it up like that. And build it straight up to the sky, I guess. Obviously this tank will be absolutely massive. It will be able to hold way more essence than I could ever possibly get. But that's great. I like things to be massively over-engineered, as I am sure you have noticed. Okay, how does that look? That looks pretty good. I'm just wondering actually if I want this to be this wide, or do I actually want it to be one narrower? I think it'll look better. These are going to take ages to dig out, aren't they? I want it to be one narrower so that I can put a lip on the side just to make it more visible where it is. Because although these are great, they are very see-through if you sort of have them open on the side. So quickly just dig all these out with the sound of dying blazes. I shall definitely be turning the in-game sounds down. What's that? Oh, 5, so we are getting a few. So let's build this up another couple of levels. At which point I am banging my head against the ceiling. Now, I think that's high enough. Yep, that's high enough, in a word. And I doubt I can get up there anymore. I can't. Do I have anything to pole up with? I do. So, well done me. That's a really narrow gap to get onto, actually. There we go. If I put this on the top, will it automatically drain into the tank? No, it won't. If I attach a fluiduct, will that... If I put a pneumatic servo in it, set that to pull. Oh, it's going to pull automatically. And set it to go down. That's emptied that. And it is in there. There is just such an incredibly small amount. You can't even see it, but you can see it says 500. Right, let us just quickly rebuild. I have got stuff everywhere. Where is my bag of awesomeness? It is there. Out of which I can bag some stone bricks. So I'm just thinking of literally doing something like that. And maybe... In fact, maybe just doing it out like this. How does that look? I think if I do that, I might have to do it all the way up the corner. Actually, no, I think that looks okay if I simply do that. I can still get out that way. Probably all the way across the top. There we go, one massive tank. Which will incredibly slowly fill up with mob essence. And I might leave that side open as well. So there we go, we now have essence coming into here. This will take a long time to fill up, so I'm just going to leave it doing it. And that will be it for this episode. I'll go and sort the pigs out and build the farm so that it starts automatically farming carrots. So thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I very much hope to see you again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.